Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Dear Monster. In the last episode we started off this LP and I rambled a lot and I told you guys about my experiences with this game, and now we will be continuing on. So what I've decided, I haven't gotten your feedback yet because I haven't, the first episode hasn't premiered yet. So I don't know yet your thoughts, your opinions. Not many of you leave comments regularly anyway, so I don't know what you guys are gonna think or prefer. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the correct order to get the true ending. So I will go through I will date them, I will pursue them in the order that the way that you should, rather than who I prefer. But I will not get all their good endings or whatever in order to get the true ending. So that's what I'll do. So at least you'll know the correct order, you just won't be getting or seeing the true ending. That's a good compromise, right? Alright. So Alan is like, oh, I had this pretty man in front of me with a big horn in his forehead. Before I can think, I take his hand. Our eyes meet, and I feel the air buzzing around me. My skin tingles, and a strange, unfamiliar longing fills my chest. It's just like in my dream, except it's so much stronger. It's as if I was always meant to find him, as he's the piece missing in me, the only one that can make me whole. It's interesting, and I will say that kind of makes me feel like they are already pushing you towards him because they're like romanticizing it. Even though he clearly was checking out the other guys when he first saw them, it's more romanticized with this fellow here. And it's like, oh, he's supposed to be your first choice, you know? It's a much more meet cute, right? Like, oh, you fell down and he helped you up. Like, oh, he's so much more pleasant and friendly towards you. I find that interesting now that I'm really paying attention compared to, I guess, a first playthrough. I wonder if I did notice that the first time. Maybe I did. Oh, he's blushing. I mean, it's kind of obvious, though. Look at that. You thirsty man. Oh, what the? I tear my eyes away. Oh my. My body throbs and my dick starts standing at attention, so I use an old trick. Think about my aunt in a tutu. Works like a charm. How dare you, sir? I'm sure your aunt would look lovely in a tutu. I blink a couple of times, my heart still hammering in my chest. What was that? Oh, what voice? I gave him like a... That was, let me explain later. You... Oh, I've never said their names out loud. Now that I'm LPing it, I have to say it. Farron? I don't think it's Farron, or is it Farron? Like, I see the F-A-E, and I think Farron, but maybe it's just the E is more silent, so you say Farron? I'm curious. Kind of want to look that up. Like fairy. Farron. That sounds better to me. Farron? We'll go with that. You do not know who I am, dear Alan, but I know you better than you could possibly imagine. Please call me Farron. Your grandfather and I are old friends, so I assure you, you are in good hands. Understandably, you must have a lot of questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. But first, please allow me to ascertain you are without injuries from that unfortunate collision. He starts to touch my hair and shoulders as he speaks. His delicate fingers make me shiver. Hair and shoulders. Okay. I don't think you had to touch his hair to check his body, but alright. Blush. Cute. No marks of blood or burn. That is excellent. I would never ever forgive myself if something happened to you on the day of your arrival, or any other day for that matter. As I mentioned before, I will take care. He's interrupted by a loud slam of the front door. Imbrus flies out, with Momo running close behind him. Then Hikmat ambles through the door, looking like he'd rather leave the party while he has the chance.
What was that? Was that you, you coward wizard?
He shouts at nothing. You sexy dragon man. Ah, sexy dragon man. So distracting. I mean, when you look at all the plethora of options you have, it's like, no wonder the thought of a OT6 or whatever. Gosh, wait, hold on. There were originally 4 routes, then there were 5. Plus Alan, Binks can math. It's 6. Binks can math. Are you running already? But the fun has just begun, Dragon Boy.
Fuck off, you stupid fox. You're not worthy of my time. You too.
He points at Farron and me.
What happened? Did the wizard flee when he realized Imbrus, the mighty dragon, was after him?
Please calm down, dear guest. Theodore was not here, and the noise you have heard was his grandson unintentionally bumping into the barrier that imprisons us in the boundaries of the mansion. Barrier, huh?
I'm not your dear guest.
Oh, he's mentioning that cursed game. The cursed game. I think I watched a little bit of Coco's friend Kuru play that game. And it was so weird, you guys. It was the weirdest game. What's it called? My Horse Prince or whatever. Weirdest game I've ever seen. It wasn't even cute. Like, I think it was trying to be funny at times. And it was very self-aware of itself. And how ridiculous it was. But it was just so weird. I'm pretty sure she didn't even finish it. Like, I can't blame her if she didn't. Because it was just so stupid and ridiculous. Half the time, you're pretty much having to treat the creature. the creature. Like a horse. Because that's what it pretty much is. It just happened to have a human face on it. Which is supposed to be handsome, but I'm like, no, it's just creepy. I'm like, yeah, no. Even I have my limits. That game will never ever be on my channel. I think the furthest I was willing to go was the bird dating game. Which I never finished, but yeah.
You fucking horse prince. This is an attack.
Rather poorly executed, don't you think?
Shut the fuck up or I'll force you to dance under my flames again.
Oh, you think you were winning? Fascinating. I'd love to examine that brain of yours sometime. But then again, I might have trouble finding it. Ooh, burn, again. He's a dragon, so the burns don't hurt him, but still. Nice try. Please, shall we continue our duel?
Children. Momo, stop encouraging him. I have better things to do than to witness such unsightly behavior.
Oh, he's so tall. I'm not normally like a height person. Like, normally I'm like, eh. But, ow. Those long legs. Friends, I'm sorry, but I cannot see what seems to be the issue here. Dear attacker, do you have a grudge against us? I am sure we can come to an understanding if we simply sit down and have a respectable conversation about everything that has transpired. Theodore beat his ass a while ago, and he came to whine about it.
I came here for revenge. You, horse, you said that this meat sack here is the wizard's offspring? Good.
That's not good. Oh, did he just freaking tackle me? Sir, please. Crazy dragon guy jumped straight on top of me, and it's the second time in 10 minutes that I end up on my ass. Presses me to the ground and growls as he gets his face closer to mine. Ooh, hello there. Hello, handsome. Hello. And he has earrings. Rawr. That little cute little fang. Me. What a chiseled nose you have. He's so gorgeous. How could I resist this the first time? How could anybody resist this? Come on now. I am terrified, shocked, and unfortunately aroused. Don't die. Don't get hard. Just don't do anything. Okay, so because I am resisting temptation, I'm not going to look into your pretty, gorgeous golden eyes. We're not doing it. No. No. Bad. Smack you on the nose. No. Hey, don't you dare look away. He grabs my chin, forcing me to look at him. His eyes are amber, pupils constricted into narrow slits like a cat's. Again, the air shimmers, then crackles with energy. A wave of need and longing slams into me and I almost gasp. A second later, Farron claps his hands and everything disappears into the light. I notice anger on his pretty face. It doesn't suit him. He's like, oh, hell no, you're not gonna steal my man right in front of me. I'm free again. Ember stands next to me, but Farron is between us, facing him. Please do not make me use violence again. I'm not fond of such primitive methods. What was that? To be completely honest, nothing special. It is but a simple spell. Do not feel bad. I'm sure you would be able to overcome anything I could conjure, not conjecture. You were simply bewildered, otherwise. What? No, not your pathetic excuse for magic. Talking about the human. Don't you feel that? They all look at me. Imbris growls, then averts his gaze, being all tsundere about it. Momo tilts his head with interest, and even Hikmat looks somewhat less bored. Farron has tears in his eyes. I think they're tears of joy. I don't understand what's happening, but then I feel it again, just like in a dream, and when I locked eyes with Farron for the first time. The pressure. It reverberates through my insides and coils in the pit of my stomach. My heart aches. My body throbs with a raw, painful need. I feel a call from all of them. Like it's the first time in my life I am truly seen. I want it to stay that way. I want them to look at me, to see me. Our bodies, our very souls connected. I clench my shaking hands. If I stay this way, I won't know anymore where I end and they begin. I jerk my head away. The moment passes and we all snap out of it. Huh, that weakling's supposed to be material for a master? I don't know what the old fart is scheming, but I'm done playing his games. Sure he will face me if I burn enough shit in his world. He runs towards the fence and jumps a couple of meters high. But the bear... Shh. Momo silences him with a gesture, and I can see the first genuine smile on his face. Imbris crashes into the barrier, and the blast is much stronger than it was for me. He is knocked back, but he lands on his feet. He glares at me. I don't know how, but this is all your fault. You and your stupid familiar call. The air behind him thickens, and a yellowish circle appears. He steps through it, still facing me. Then there are only 4 of us left. Momo laughs, and Hikmet gives him a reproachful glance.
I'm sorry, but the look on the lizard's face was priceless. Now, I suppose we need to talk with you, love.
Yeah, the fact he says love, I think that's what gave it away that he was British to me. So, what are you doing here? And how much do you understand of what has just happened? Farron, you're sure he's Theo's grandkid? Oh, there can be no mistake. His appearance perfectly matches what I observed the last time I checked on him for Theodore. Sus. Farron, you're a really bad liar. Just saying. I take a deep breath, trying to calm down. Today, a lot of impossible things took place, and I have two options. Believe that none of it happened, and I'm going crazy, or that all of this is real, and my definition of what is possible has to change. I don't like those options. I think I'm going to puke. Please be delicate, Momo. He experienced only a fraction of our world, and alas, he believes that we are nothing more than legends and myths.
He doesn't know his heritage. He doesn't know hidden truths about the world. He blindly strays with no idea of his destination. He is far more than mere flesh and blood, though. We all felt that. How can we be sure he is as genuinely as lost as he appears to be?
I have never seen him perform any kind of magic, and he was raised by Anna. As strong as my love for her is, we all know that she is not very fond of our world or us. Yeah, anyway, can you speak, love? Are you gonna faint or puke? Yeah, he did say he was feeling unwell. I realize my breath is out of control. My palms are covered with sweat. Panic attack.
You said my aunt's name. How do you know her? How do you know me? Who are you?
I want my voice to sound demanding, but it comes out hoarse and weak. I clear my throat and try again. My hands are still shaking, though, so I know I won't fool anyone. You said that Grandpa isn't here, but he sent me an invitation, a letter. I came all this way. Why isn't he here? And why do I care? I wasn't even that excited to meet him, was I? You also talk a lot about magic. That guy from before? He called himself the Great Red Dragon. And after seeing what I saw, he really was something. There's no point denying that. I think I need a moment to process everything. Yeah, that's all.
Knowledge over ignorance, a wise choice. An invitation, you say?
Anyway, you don't look too good. Farron, can't you use your magic and whip up some Valium? Alas, nay, the situation that we have before our eyes cannot be fixed with magic, not permanently. He is in perfect health. It is his mind that needs remedy. He needs time and rest. I am quite certain he's going to feel better after a long bath and an exquisite meal.
Well, we'd better get going then.
I glance at the exit. This means I'm trapped here, doesn't it? At least it doesn't seem like these guys want to harm me. We go towards the mansion, and I feel calmer with every second. Now that I'm no longer in immediate danger, I can at least try to appreciate my surroundings again. Both the mansion and the strangers walking beside me. Where are you looking exactly, What? Nowhere. I mean, can you blame me? Put some more clothes on. Cover yourself, please. It's like, I'm in my house. I can do what I want. It's not that I mind. Whatever calms you down, eh?
If we could go on to more important issues than your lust, Momo, I would much appreciate it. I don't have time for any of that.
And what's so crucial that you have to do, Hickey? Water your plants?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Yeah, he loves his plants. Momo, you astonish me. If you thought for 1 second that our friend was looking at you with that kind of interest, you... He's totally jealous. Well, you are sorely mistaken, indeed. You are just projecting your own fascination with him. There has been no indication whatsoever, even for a second, even for a split second, that he... all right, don't get your knickers in a twist. Momo rolls back his eyes and looks at me again. Getting back on track.
Your grandfather is no longer with us.
What? But before you said... No way. Is he... Hickey, for someone who has gone through thousands of lifetimes, you can be such a moron. Theo isn't dead, little boy. No need to cry. He's missing, though.
For the last time, will you please refrain from using my name this way?
Oh, shush, Hickey. I won't give you a hickey if you gotta take off that fancy little collar of yours. About your grandpa, we're not sure what happened. The day he disappeared, the barrier showed up. But all of this, how was it possible? And again, how do you know my aunt? Well, we have lived here for quite some time, and this is the house where she grew up. And how is it all possible? Simple. Magic. Well, I guess if you see something that doesn't make sense here, you can always answer yourself, magic. What? My aunt knows about all of this? Why didn't she ever tell me?
That is a question for her, not for us.
He comes closer to me and grabs my chin to look me straight in the eye. His yellow iris reminds me of sand. His breath brings memories of midsummer wind that carries a little bit of moisture to an extremely dry day. I feel pressure on my cheeks and forehead, little pins and needles. My heart speeds up in anticipation.
I need to think about all this familiar business. Maybe prepare papers.
Familiar business? And that crazy dragon guy was talking about familiar call. What is it?
Momo, Farron, take care of him.
He releases me from his grip and goes away. He doesn't bother to look back even when he speaks. But of course I will. There's nothing quite as splendid as taking care of a person in need. It made me reminisce about that old story, the one in which a brave traveler was terribly lost in the woods and found an empty hut that he decided to sleep in.
Farron, more doing, less talking.
What did Hickmott mean when he said familiar business? It's something to discuss, of course, but I think it would be better for you to relax first. You should also clean yourself from all that dirt you fancied falling into.
I did not.
I guess you could take one of the guest bedrooms on the second floor. The number of spare bedrooms we have is ridiculous. This is a fine idea indeed. But Theodore prepared a room for his grandson a long time ago.
Did he now? And I've never heard of this before because...
You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's say I believe you. For now. Sus times 2 or 3. I should have like a sus counter for Farron. How many times can Farron be sus? Farron ignores him and takes me by the hand. My skin tingles under his delicate touch. Oh, I just can't wait for you to see your room. It was made especially for you. I hope everything was done correctly. If you find anything amiss, do not hesitate to ask for adjustments, and I will happily oblige you. Anyway, we should get going, shall we? Okay, so clearly this bottom choice is if you're pursuing someone else. So, because we're doing it in the correct order, we're going to go with him first. So, we're going with Sussy Boy. Let's go. We go upstairs and then through the corridor on the left. We pass many doors, and I'm wondering what lies behind them. Bedrooms, studies, and sitting halls? Or something completely out of this world. I can see Farron glancing at me, but he seems too focused on my hand to start a conversation. So, you lived here a long time? Oh, yes, indeed. A good portion of my life. Not that it has been very long so far. Not four full horn desquamating? What word is this? I don't remember this. Desquamating, I guess. Not 4 full horn desquamating cycles have passed since I moved here. Huh. Interesting. You see, I met Theodore while I was just a lad. He helped me dearly and took care of me. I await the day for your joyful reunion. He is truly an inspiring person. Yes, good for you for having him as a guardian then. That makes one of us. Oh, I do apologize. Of course, you have never even met him. You are yearning for family, and here I am flaunting our friendship. How inconsiderate of me! No, it's me who's sorry. I shouldn't have vented on you. I think I'm still a bit stressed from all that happened. Of course, that's completely understandable. No need to apologize. So, how long does this cycle of horn peeling off take? So yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure I already kind of figured out that's what it meant. So that's the cycle. 4 cycles of his horn peeling off. I'm glad that they explained it, but they didn't do it right away. You have to kind of put 2 and 2 together. Well, if I had to convert it to time measurement in this realm, it would be around 12 of your years. You're 50 years old? No, wait, you've lived here that long. How old are you? In a couple of months I will finish my 9th cycle. Ah, but please do not be mistaken. For unicorns it is quite a young age. Age gap. I don't say anything as I try to wrap my head around the fact that the dude next to me is in fact over 100 years old. Wait, and Grandpa took care of him? How little do I know about my own family? How do you like the manor so far, dear Alan? Ah, Alan. Oh, how I long to call you by your name. Theodore has told me so much about you. I cannot believe that I was able to finally meet you. Such happiness, such bliss. You're a bit too much for me, bro. Too extra. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I did not mean to make you uncomfortable. It's okay. I'm glad at least someone is happy to see me. Aww. And to answer your question, the mansion is lovely, but it has a significant lack of grandfathers. My apologies. I did not want to remind you of your unfortunate situation again. It is to be extremely difficult to travel towards hopes and dreams, only to find out it was all but an illusion. Oh no, I'm terribly sorry. My intention was only to relieve your sadness, not aggravate it. Bro, calm down. I think? How? Sorry. Oh, I see. Nay, I'm sure it was a splendid joke. I have much yet to learn about humans. I don't see what the joke was, but it's fine. Whatever. Here's the entrance to your room, dear Alan. I shall leave you now. Please make yourself at home. Before I can say anything, he turns and walks away much faster than on our way here. He almost runs from the awkwardness. I sigh. He tried to be welcoming, and I didn't make it easy. Ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between, my superb people skills in action. I open the door to my new room. Alright, I think that is actually a good place to leave it then. Alrighty, well thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.